Hello.
Previously on T-Man 978.
Generations Kingdom War for Cybertron trilogy. Core class rat trap right here. Yeah.
T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now we're taking a look at Marvel Legends series Avengers Infinity War, The Children of Thanos, with Thanos himself. On this side of the packaging, we can see a picture that says Thanos, Cull Obsidian, and Corvus Glaive. On the other side, we see Ebony Maw, Proxima Midnight, and Thanos once again. And here is this awesome comic book-like shot. It says, "The children of Thanos, powerful and vicious warriors, will stop at nothing to harness the power of the Infinity Stones." I believe this set is an Amazon exclusive, if I did not say that. And this is one other notable thing about the packaging before we move on. Alright, here they are out of the packaging, and here's Thanos with all of his main movie MCU associates that I own. I never bought Ronan the Accuser, so can't put him in this picture, but let me remove the people that didn't come in this pack. So, there you go. Spread them out. Yeah, now everybody can be seen. I'm going to start with Ebony Maw. I did not ever have any Build-A-Figure Thanos, so I can't really compare him to anything. And unfortunately, I don't know where my Ebony Maw is, but here's what you need to know. Every single one of these are darker, and Cull Obsidian is basically an all-new figure altogether. But here is Ebony Maw. You can go back and check out my Ebony Maw chill review to see what the differences are, but I believe they updated his skin print, and they may have updated the hair. I'm not sure, but everything else is the same. But the older figure had a lighter outfit. It was a lighter shade of gray. This is more black. I love the texture, and I love the way this looks. For a character, the way he acted in the movie, and just how hideous his face is, this outfit is really awesome and super sporty looking, and it doesn't even seem like he would wear something like this. But I really enjoy the texture and all the extra stuff that they put on there, which should be movie accurate. But articulation, he can look down, he can look up a good amount. The diaphragm joint can go back that much and come forward that much, and of course it can rotate and tilt rotate. The shoulders are capable of going out that far. Bicep swivel, double hinge elbows, both wrists do this and swivel. And I love his arms, and I love putting him into his floaty poses and whatnot. Legs kick out that much. Can come forward that much, but is hindered with this, of course. Swivel right there. Double hinge knee. The foot can kick forward, back. This one appears to be a little bit loose. And you get ankle pivot. Let me try this. They aren't like floppy doppy loose, but it's looser than I would like. But yeah, I think he looks really good. And this is one of the characters, even though he seems like he would be boring, I love just putting him in just regal and just dramatic poses and whatnot, just standing there. This is one figure where I do not care about accessories. They gave me these gesture hands, and I am good with that. From what he was doing in the movies, he can get into his like levitation poses. In fact, he was so powerful with his telekinesis that he didn't even really need to use his hands. Proxima Midnight. Her outfit is definitely darker, especially all of this was white on the older figure. I'll bring that one out. I do know where that one is. They've updated the eyes and the face to be a little bit more accurate and shiny. They updated her little spear to have this blue accent. Plus they changed the color altogether and they put blue down there. But yeah, I like her. She has a really athletic feminine body. Like, you know what, where I don't know, it kind of reminds me of She-Hulk, but I believe they used a whole different body for She-Hulk. I could be wrong. What if they retooled this such a bit to give you the She-Hulk? But yeah. But her head can rotate. So you can look down. Can't really look up too much because this hair is way too hard. This shoulder can go out to that far. And this shoulder can go out that far without being hindered by this. So you can still do that. Swivel. Double jointed elbow. Bends that much on that side. About the same on this side. Both wrists go in and out right here. These hands are shaped different. This one is more for holding the weapon, of course. Of course, both of them rotate. The diaphragm, she gets a lot back. And it can come forward a decent amount. It can actually go forward more than the old one. You get that? Kick forward more than 90 degrees. Swivel here. Did I show outward? Double hinge knee. Foot goes back all the way. It's hindered by the sculpting on that foot. It can come up further on this foot. And she has ankle pivot. So, if anything, being greedy, I would have loved like some type of boot swivel to be molded in. But she looks appropriately domineering and scary. And here she is next to a typical female Marvel Legends MCU. Now, I don't remember every single detail in the movie, but there was this sword in the packaging next to her. Right here. Maybe she pulled this out, but here is another option for her, apparently. I guess if this one gets taken away, which I believe it did get grabbed by Captain America. But yeah, this is known to be warped. But let me bring in the other Proxima Midnight. Yeah, you can see their whole face detail. Completely different. In fact, I can't really, I think, yeah, the face is fully resculpted. I thought they just repainted the details. Let me move this stupid thing. I thought they just repainted the details, but the horns on the side of the head are different. The expression in her cheeks are like, you can see the cheekbones right there. All that's different. But the body seems to be the exact same body. They just changed the color of the details. I mentioned all the stuff they changed with this right there. But yeah, it's a lot more gold over here instead of gunmetal. So there you go with that. Corvus Glaive. This is the new one. Darker. Like all this, the black plastic is way darker. And it's a little bit more shiny and whatnot in spots. And I'm not sure where I put his weapon, but you could look at my chill review if you wanted to see that. He came in a two-pack. It was a two-pack with him and Loki. It was the only way you can get Corvus Glaive, so that was annoying for a lot of people. I seen him in store, I think about twice, and then never saw it again. The color of purple in their face is different, as you can see. I think his weapon, you can look at the review, like I said. I think it was just all one color instead of this, like silver and gold. But all the details are in the same spot. It's just this one is way darker and the face is different. Things that get on my nerves with this one is this right here. It's a pliable material. I think it's even more pliable on the older figure. No, it's still hard and rigid. It's pliable, but it's still a little bit too rigid to get the articulation. I mean, you can articulate it, but when you lift it beyond a certain point, it starts lifting up and it starts pushing the head off. Because, like, you can do this over here, but because you can manipulate the arm, rotate the joint that way, but like I said, it's made the head pop right off. So that is frustrating because this is a super, like, dynamically posable figure. And I mean, you could take that off. His body just looks like an alien body. It would have been nicer if they painted this detail, painted that up here. I would feel better about taking that off if they painted him, but they did not. So, yeah. But before I put that back on, to let you see, you can put the arms like that and rotate it. There is like a ratchety type action right there. Bicep swivel, double hinge elbow on both sides. Both hands go in and out like this and rotate. Diaphragm, you get a ton. So much you can see a big hole right there on both figures. That, get a lot of side to side, plus the abdomen spins right there. The legs kick out to the side, kick forward a little bit more than 90 degrees, come back a little bit, swivel at the bicep, double hinge knees, no boot type rotation, foot goes back like that, comes forward, and you get ankle pivot. To make sure I get a close up on his face, here's what we're working with right here. He sort of has like a white print on the face to accentuate the details and whatnot. It's on the nose, but this looks really good, and it has like a texture throughout the outfit when you get up close. So he looks really good. It's just really hampered or hindered by this upper torso part. If that was a little bit softer or a little bit more pliable, he would be a lot more dynamic. But he's not that bad, to be honest. Thanos has the most options and whatnot, but you know what I think about when I look at this face right here? I think about this meme right here. But here you are. And yes, this is just a fully combined Build-A-Figure. And it functions like a Build-A-Figure. For his optional parts, anyway. I'm pretty sure I could just pop this leg off if I pulled hard enough. But, yeah. You would think I would do him last because he's the big boss, but Cull Obsidian is the main event, since that's the main reason why probably a bunch of people are paying $120 for this. I got lucky. My job gave me a $50 gift card, so that took off a ton of the price. It made me feel like it made me only be paying for Cull Obsidian and this guy. I didn't have a Thanos that could fit in with my MCU collection, since I'd never built the Build-A-Figure because the wave he came in sucked to me. But anyhow, the head can look up, look down, swivel, a little bit of pivot. Arms do that, When I pulled the arm up like that, it just came right off because it's Build-A-Figure. You get this. Both arms are single jointed. Wrists go out like that and swivel. This gauntlet part, I believe, is a whole separate piece on top of this. But this wrist has been like that. He has all the stones. And the fingers are in a snapping position. Upper torso goes back, comes forward, rotates here. Get that. Get this. Nothing really back. Swivel. Double hinge knee. Foot goes back this much. Can go forward. And you get ankle pivot. And one of his options, you can pop the arm off, pop the head off. Put this head on. Yeah. Come on, you. And you can pop this arm in. And this represents what he looked like after he did the snap. He's a little bit less happy. His face is all burnt up from the force of the stones and whatnot. The gauntlet definitely moves over here. It's all cracked up from being used. The stones are still in there. They're still bright. And this hand does that. And here's the more burnt up. And this is actually like sculpted in there. The scarring is actually sculpted in there. So that's cool. They gave him this all new arm and they resculpted Cull Obsidian, so that's definitely cool. Cull Obsidian, as cool as it was to complete this build figure right here, watching the movie again, I was like, yeah, he didn't look like that. He didn't look like this at all, except maybe the head. Like, he was fully clothed, as you can see right here, whereas this just basically has the loincloth and has a more gladiator Hulk type look, basically. It seems like the only thing they kept from this mold on this one is the arms and hands, but they repainted. Like right there, there's no paint there, but I see black paint on here. There's no paint there, but I see black over here. The shape of the upper neck seems to be the same, but from what I can tell, underneath of this is a pliable piece. It's gray flat plastic right there. It's not like sculpted. It's not like you can take this off and he has like the same body under there. It's just flat plastic under there. It's not sculpted or anything, but it's pretty much the same around the neckline, but they extensively changed everything under that. The shoulder guard is different. The head is the same. Yeah, the faces are the same, but of course they're painted differently. Like you see the teeth detail right there, or bone detail right there is painted in, where it's painted a whole different color over here. And the mouth is more of a human flesh tone, whereas this is all just green and ugly. But you see what this one looks like, and I think I have a review in there. You see they have different shoes and whatnot, different foot sizes, and it comes with this weapon right here. Let's get this out of his hand and just take a look at this new one. The head can look up that much, can look down that much, can swivel, really not really, it just rotates like that on the ball joint. The arm, because of this sculpting right there, hindered. So yeah, it can still rotate. When you rotate it, you might be able to get it out more. The single jointed elbow does that. The wrist goes up and down like this and rotates. This one goes in and out and rotates. Elbow is about the same, and you're still hindered over here. This is a separate piece. I have not peeled this down to like look under that. Yeah, I can still see the spike detail a little bit, but still hindered. You still got a diaphragm joint like this. You still have a waist swivel. I like that they painted all this. Legs go out really wide. Kick forward a lot. It feels heavy. Back. Swivel. Feels substantial. Like Thanos feels hollow up in here. This does not feel hollow. And you can see that this is all a separate piece. I wonder, can you unpeg it? Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. I don't want to mess it up. But the other one used to come unpegged all the time. That drove me up the wall. No boot swivel again, and the foot can kick forward that much. Kick back only that much, and you do get ankle pivot. Let's see if I can. If I do this trick where I do that, then rotate it, and I'm able to get that back more, but it's warping the heel. So I don't know how much you want to do that. And it does have peg holes down there. Here is his weapon. The weapon does have like glitter flakes in it. So they did that instead of like real paint. But I don't know, it looks like a piece of a machine. I can't remember whether he pulled it out and it transformed a little bit. I can't tell. But in this hand, you can grab it like right here, kind of loosely. But on this side, since the hand is way more open, you can grab it like right there. So working with this neck is kind of annoying. I don't like that. But you should still be able to get him into some intimidating poses. And I'm probably going to sell those other figures because I don't need them anymore. And somebody will probably already have Thanos and just want those figures all at once. I know a lot of people couldn't get Corvus Glaive. Yeah, but I kind of almost want to keep Cull Obsidian because I was using him as like a monster to fight other random figures. And yeah, he can still hold this thing a bit. It's like a freaking hollow piece. So yeah, this is a cool gift set. I'm not sure if it's still available on Amazon, but if it is, I'm going to put a link in the description. If it's not available, I'm going to still put the link in the description. You can check it. I don't know when you're going to watch this. It might be available. It might be dirt freaking cheap when you find it. Amazon has random sales and whatnot. But it is cool. I was able to get this right before Christmas, which really pushes the limit of that whole gift set name. But anyway, here are all their heights together. Basically, her head is a little bit down, but she and Ebony Maw are pretty much the same height. Thanos is taller than those three, and Cull Obsidian is the tallest. But yeah, they're all cool. The bigger ones I have the most gripes with because his arms are extremely hindered. His grip on this weapon right here isn't all that great. You basically can't use the bicep swivel inward to help him hold this better. The neck is hindered, but he definitely looks better. But it's a big, clumsy action figure. I kind of expected that. Thanos is a little bit better articulation-wise, but he's limited hand-wise. I mean, you could, I guess, pop this off and to let you know, it is a separate piece of plastic, but they molded it in such a way where you can't take it off. Yeah, you can have this hand on there with the non-wrecked glove or whatever if you want that. But it is cool to have both options, the burnt up arm and the burnt up face. These three are good. Corvus Glaive is the most hindered out of these three because of his cape, as I showed. But I still all like them all, and they all look good and can look good on the shelf. So that's great. And remember, if you're like thinking to yourself, I don't want these dead guys, there's always a multiverse or a timeline where these people are still active right now. So use your imagination. Anyway, thank you for watching this. Until next time, T-Man 978 out of here.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.